Ready for a yoga lesson? What is up, crew? It is Sunday, it is Spencer, and you are an FTM Transtastic. Now, this week we're talking about fitness. Excuse the mess, I'm in the process of moving to my big boy apartment, so I'm really excited about that. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we talk, I didn't mention this in my introduction video. I want to let you guys know that I do identify as non-binary and I use they, them, or he, him pronouns. So there. Also, this will be the last post that you see me as 22 and a college student because my birthday is May 12th and I graduate May 16th. So next Sunday I will be a 23-year-old college grad, and that's super exciting. But anyways, let's hop into this topic, which is fitness. As you see in my title, it's staying fit while being sick. And so before I start about fitness, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I was diagnosed September 2014 with something called alpha major thalassemia. It's a blood condition which causes my red blood cells to be mutated in such a way that they only absorb 50% of the iron that they should. Iron is used to feed red blood cells, and red blood cells used to carry oxygenated blood throughout the body for, rehabilitation purposes as well as strength building. It's a genetic disorder, so I was born with it, but I didn't know about it until recently simply because I lived at sea level my entire life. But when I played for the Air Force Academy, which is in Colorado Springs, I went about a mile high, so I was at a high altitude area, which started to show symptoms. My doctors first thought it was typical anemia, until finally they came with the diagnosis of thalassemia alpha major. That's really hard. As you guys know from my intro video, I'm very active, but now I have to look at my active level a little differently. I'm going to be using references to the spoon theory, which I'll link below, so I'll try to explain it really fast. The spoon theory is basically saying that you wake up with a certain amount of spoons or energy, and based on the amount of spoons you have throughout the day, you plan your day accordingly. You can wake up with a small amount of spoons or a big amount of spoons, depending on, your body. And yeah, brief overview. So when it comes to staying fit, first I'm going to talk about the 3 sports that I play: basketball, longboarding, and rugby. Basketball is cardio intensive, and red blood cells are used to carry oxygen, so obviously that's a problem. I was diagnosed in September. Basketball season starts basically October to February, and honestly, I had to listen to my body. Though this year was my senior year of playing basketball, there have been 3 games that I could not play in and a handful of practices that I had to sit out on, simply because I just couldn't. I would push myself to the point that I had to end up in the hospital and get blood transfusions or spend the night in a hyperbaric chamber because my body couldn't recover. At the end of the day, though, it was heartbreaking for me because I am so, basketball minded. It got me to college. It got me through so many things. It's definitely my release. I had to tell myself that my life and my health was more important than this sport. When you're sick and you're trying to stay active and trying to be fit, listen to your body, because maybe you can only work out for 30 minutes when everyone's doing an hour. It doesn't matter. You're still working out, you're still getting better, and you're still going to see improvement. So don't let having to tap out a little early discourage you, because you still did a good job. It's better than sitting at home not doing anything. I didn't do that for the first 3 months of the diagnosis, and I was in the hospital every week. I had blood transfusions every week. I had to get a port. It was a lot. I had to do a lot that was just devastating. And I wish I would have learned the lesson sooner of listening to my body first. So to save you a bunch of heartache and trips to the hospital, listen to your body first. That's what I did throughout my basketball season. I still had a successful season, so it still worked out for me. The next one that I do, I longboard competitively. Now, longboarding isn't as cardio intensive as basketball or rugby is, so it was a little better it actually is a lot better for me. I still do that. I do that throughout spring and summer and fall. Though we work out every day, it's lifting weights, which I'm able to control. I work a lot of legs for maneuverability, and then a lot of core for stability on my board. I do downhill, which is, on my longboard downhill. I also do curbing, which is how fast I can go around corners. So it's not very cardio intensive, but the muscles for my legs and for my core, obviously they need oxygen to recover. So when I have a really intense workout, I go in the hyperbaric chamber simply because my body doesn't carry the same amount of oxygen and the same amount of red blood cells as everybody else's does. I'm blessed to have access to these things. If you don't have access to these things, definitely there's other ways about it, like breaking it up into sections, like working out for 30 minutes in the morning, working out again for another 30 minutes in the afternoon, and then another 30 minutes in the evening versus an hour or an hour and a half workout. There's different ways to break it up so that you're not expending all of this energy, especially if you're sick. It's so hard to, have energy to do all the, like this 1 hour and 30-minute workout and then the rest of your day. So definitely break it up if you can, because that would save you so much more headache, and it would also allow you to do more things as opposed to spending all your energy and then just being out of spoon. So that's what I do for longboarding. And then rugby. Rugby is very difficult for me. Cardio and physique, it's so intense, and it may be too intense for me, unfortunately. Though I did very well this rugby season, I don't think my body can take it, which sucks. I really do enjoy rugby. I only played one season, but I don't think I can take it. Honestly, as shitty as that sounds, it's okay because there's other sports out there. Like, I want to do rock climbing and other things to keep me active. The biggest thing about staying fit and being sick is you have to know your limitations. So I hope this helps anybody out there who, is trying to stay active and trying to stay healthy and be fit while, battling an illness. The 3 tips I would give would be to break it up, self-care, and know your limitations. Anyways, I'm very visible. Go find me on my personal channel, our Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Tumblr, whatever, Instagram. I'll add you guys. It's Sunday. It's Spencer. Until next time. I don't even know how to do yoga. I really just use this for push-ups. I don't know. I think downward dog's like this, right? Oh, that feels so good.